What's up, Clipper Nation? Michael Matthew here with my guy, Beef. We are inside the Intuit Dome here in Inglewood, California, where the Clippers, Beef, they're trying to get back to it. They lost 3 straight games. They got the Utah Jazz tonight. They're dealing with a lot of injuries. A lot of players are going through it, but they got to find a way to figure it out. What's your thoughts on this game tonight, and what is it going to take for the Clippers to finish and end their 3-game losing streak?
It's going to take basically not playing down to your opponent. The Utah Jazz is a good team of some sorts, in which the Clippers could definitely take care of this team early. They took care of them earlier in the season here at Intuit. They can do it again at Intuit tonight. So I just expect a big game. I do not expect the Clippers to run James Harden to the ground. If the Clippers do that tonight, then I don't know how this going. How you can say this is supposed to be an easy walk in the park.
And we kind of heard, Coach talk about that with the presser there when he was telling, the media in the room, hey, I know James is going through it. Teams are picking him up full court. They're being very physical. But he's a pro. He's finding a way to make it happen. But that's why a key guy is Chris Dunn. Chris Dunn, not only defensively, and he's on pace to play the most minutes he's ever played of his career, but what he can do offensively is give the team another point guard, and he's been helping the best that he can. But when guys are just not on the floor when it comes to health, just how depressing can it be as a viewer of this Clipper team just to see so many players out, even though Kawhi is close to returning?
It's not necessarily depressing. It's next man up. So those young players, Jordan Miller, Flowers when he gets his name called up, Kai Jones, they just got to step up.
You didn't say Bones, man.
Hey, busy Bones. But Bones has his time, but I love Bones. But just those young guys, I know Bones is going to do what he do, but anytime those other cats get their chance in the game and need to do what they need to do, they got to step up and take full advantage of it, because as people start to get healthy, you're going to start getting pushed down that bench. So instead of getting pushed down, this is your opportunity to shine right before Christmas.
And that's big for guys to shine. And I'm happy you said the young players, 'cause I think some of the vets, guys like Norman Powell, needs to pick back up to where he was earlier in the season. Zubac, he hasn't been as dominant as a lot of people kind of expected with the injuries this team have dealt with. Guys have to step up. Amir Coffey gives you your flashes, but guys got to be consistent. Guys got to be ready to go. It's a game that you expect the Clippers to win tonight. They're 14-12, going for their 15th win. It's a game that everybody's like, this can be the bounce-back game before they hit the road for 3 games. Who is that player tonight for you, Beeb, that you like, hey, this is the guy that's going to show up and perform and help the Clippers pick up this W?
It's going to be Nicholas Batum. And I know you're probably thinking, why him? Because he's a Swiss Army's knife. He's actually the type that in those small, limited roles or minutes that he can take full advantage of it. And it's actually a kind of a stepping stone for the young fellas. When you get in the game, even if it's 10 minutes, 15 minutes, bring the energy. And he brings it. He's a person you can pick 1 through 5. And when he has an open shot, he hasn't been shooting the 3-point well. But when he shoots that corner 3 and it starts to hit, it's going to be a long night.
And for me, I'm going to go Norman Powell. I think that Norm is going to get back to what he's been in his bag with doing in the earlier year. When we were screaming All-Star, I think that run re-begins tonight against the Utah Jazz. 25, 35 points. I think he's going to be between there. He's a guy that Coach even mentioned there in the presser, like, hey, he takes pressure off of the double teams and the fires that teams throw at their team. So he's a key figure. He is going to ball, but I'm excited because I don't know if you guys can hear the music, but it's holiday season. Everybody's lit. We got a dope bobblehead we're going to show you there at the end of the game. It's going to be a good game. Clipper Nation, be ready, because I think the Clippers pull out with this win. Michael Beef, for Clippers Unleashed. We see you after the game.
Let's go.
Michael Matthew here, Full Clip Clippers Unleashed. As you can see, we are here at the Clip Shop where we are here. Tammy's inside. She's in there looking for some of that new hot gear, the Clipper City Edition 23-24 season. It's really dope. I can't wait for you guys to check it out. Let's go inside with Tammy and see what she has.
All right, Clippers fans, the 2024-25 City Edition gear has dropped for the LA Clippers. They have all kind of cool sweatsuits. I really, really like this one. It looks cozy. I love the puffy print. They've got hoodies. They've got jackets. They have jerseys. They have tote bags, hats. They have everything that you need for the 2024-2025 City Edition. Grab it before it's gone. I'm thinking about getting something myself. What do you think I would look like in this? Who knows?
Yo, what's up, guys? You know who it is, Michael Matthew, my guy Beef. We are here chilling in the wall, man. Full Clip Clippers Unleashed. Hey, holiday season is here. Christmas is around the corner next Wednesday. So, you know, we got to talk about some of our favorite holiday moments. Beef, what's some of your favorite holiday moments for you?
My favorite holiday moment is actually when we first got our first went into it.
Oh,
I know it was dragging for the first couple of games, but once this building got the first win, they went on a run and couldn't be stopped for a minute. So that was good to see that into it actually wasn't cursed. It actually was a winning place.
So that's your first gift of the year, huh?
First
That's
gift
your
of the year.
Christmas gift?
First gift is that win in the building.
Yeah. Hey, and just, you know, us doing our thing again, man, with Full Clip Clippers Unleashed. Season number 2 has been a gift to not only to each other, but to you, our viewers. But don't just listen to us. We have a chance to talk to some of your favorite Clippers and talk to them about some of their favorite holiday moments.
I think one of the ones I can remember as a young kid was when I got a chance to get the first portable CD Walkman. My mom got me that, and then I had an Adidas sweatsuit that I had. It was black and white. It was really nice. But then she also got me a red and blue 76ers starter coat, which was, phenomenal. And so that was one of my best Christmas ever, I think, as a kid, just, getting those 3 things. And probably some more with it, but that Sixers coat was it was everything.
How old were you?
I was young, probably 9, 10, 11, I don't know. I just loved Dr. J back then. My mom got me that coat, so that was pretty special.
Just blessed, man. Blessed and fortunate to be where I am. Just mom, she did everything she could to be able to make sure that, I was smiling and my brother and sister and whoever else she had to take care of was smiling. So I'm blessed and fortunate. And for me, it's just, giving that love and showing that love back to people who, don't have, the needs or don't have the opportunity to have a smile on their face. So I think that's my job, my role now that I'm in this position that I'm in today. So, Christmas is less than 2 weeks away, so I gotta still do my Christmas shopping and things like that. I think it's very important. I do it consistently every year to make sure kids or people that don't look forward to the gifts and things like that make it a surprise for them. So honestly, this was probably one of my best. This is my best holiday by far.
Everybody ready? Come on, let's go. The Rick Ford Show! Let's go! The Rick Ford Show! Let's go!
Clipper Nation, Michael Matthew with my guy Beeve here. We are full clip. Clippers Unleashed, and we just watched the Clippers unleash a can of whoop you know what on the Utah Jazz, 144-107. Beeve, what's your biggest takeaways from what we saw tonight, man?
Man, like I say, it's the Utah Jazz, but my biggest takeaway was actually James Harden is the way he tortured the Utah Jazz in the first quarter, put up over 20-plus points in the first quarter. Now, I don't, the joke was going around that he's seen what Paul George did and had his best game as a Philadelphia 76er, and James said, you know what, hold my beer, and went off and went nuclear the whole game.
Man, he went crazy, and it was tough because you had Sexton picking him up full court, and James said, that doesn't matter. I'm going to be me and do me. Scoring 41 points in just 31 minutes, very efficient. Norman Powell, he had his bounce-back game. He was a guy I felt before the game was going to do something crazy. He did, and Norm is right here behind us now doing the Christmas giveaway, which is really cool. What's your thoughts on what we've seen from Norm since pretty much him returning from injury to tonight's 29 points performance?
Norm is nothing but silky smooth, man. I'll tell you, once that three ball start falling, it's going to be a long day for everybody. And it's not just his three-point game. He could definitely torture you in the paint with his floater and just his mid-range game. So, but just overall, when Norm gets it going, and the storm doesn't stop.
Yeah, and that was one of those games where it's like everything went right. Yeah. It was great timing because the team had lost 3 straight games. Now they got to prepare to go match up with 2 games versus the Dallas Mavericks, which is so weird to me why it's back-to-back like that. And then they also have to play, I believe, the Memphis Grizzlies. So they got, some good tests coming up. But, Coach was like, hey, my guys came out, they took care of business. I let them know this is a game that we have to take, and they did exactly that. You saw them play defense early. A coach is always going to find something. I wish they would have kept the defense going, but I just like the way that they were able to get Zoo some touches. They finish up with 19 and 12. Whenever he's down low and he has that mismatch, I think it's going to help guys get some rest because you can feed it to him. He may get to the foul line. What did you think of what we saw from Zoo tonight?
Zoo was very dominant. He was very he opposed his will early. I think that's what Zoo needs to do, and just stop being passive aggressive. Go up there, be strong with your blocks, and at the same time also be physical with your dunks, which you did today when you dunked on Larry Marketing.
Hey, and before we it's not just us. You got to listen to Coach. Coach got you covered with the presser.
41 points on 17 shots. You don't see that a lot. Making his shots, getting to the free throw line, and so we needed every bit of it.
With a road trip like this next one coming up, how comforting or confidence building can it be to have a wire-to-wire win where everybody contributes and there were minimal mistakes tonight?
Yeah, it feels good. I mean, especially coming off a 3-game losing streak, to come home and have a good game and a good showing at home is really good for us. And so, taking this and continuing to build off of it, I thought we kind of let our defense down. Once we got the big lead, we kind of let our foot off the gas defensively. So we just can't do that. It's got to have the same mindset throughout the course of the game for 48 minutes, but it's definitely a good win for us going out to the road.
What kind of conversations have you and James had about being more efficient with his shot selection?
A lot.
What does he normally say to you?
Facts. But I mean, my biggest thing is when he shoots and it falls down, because the referees they haven't been giving those calls, and when he usually stands up, shoot makes a shot instead of trying to get fouled. And so as of late, like I said, just standing in the pocket, taking his shots. He's a great shooter, and if he misses, we can get back and get our transition defense together. So just those shots right there, where he's trying to draw the foul and fall on the ground. It's hard to get back, in those circumstances.
Hey, Coach, so not that I want you to kind of think a little bit too far ahead, but you got Dallas coming up to a back-to-back. So what's kind of the keys you telling your team to kind of really look for going into a tough environment like the Mavericks?
No, just, work on ourselves, continue to build good habits. The biggest thing for us, like I said, taking care of the basketball. We take care of the basketball, we're a different team. And then we got to get back in transition, not allow them to get easy baskets, make them play against our half-court defense, more times than not, and I think we'll be fine.
So you put Amir in the starting lineup. What were you trying to get out of that, and how do you think that looked out there tonight on both ends of the floor?
Yeah, it looked good. I think putting Amir out there, let him guard smaller guards, and move James up, let him guard Collins, and then we liked our matchup with KD on Marketing on my last game. So that's a thought that kind of went into it.
Hey Ty, with James, kind of big picture, what's it been like trying to manage his workload and what his feedback has been with all that?
Yeah, I mean, he's a worker, and when you playing 35, 36 minutes a night, you gotta, as you get older, which you don't like hear me say, but you gotta be able to tailor it back a little bit. Don't overwork yourself because a lot of games, a lot of minutes, and so, but he knows his body. He works hard every single day. And just trying to get him to pick his spots where he can cut back and do less, because he is playing a lot of minutes in these games. And so we just want to make sure he's healthy, all the way through. And he's been doing a good job with that.
Ty, as a coach, I'm just curious, how do you navigate it when a player like James or Norm is super hot from three? They kind of just seem like they can't be stopped. Do you let them kind of get their heat checks off, or do you just still try to play within the offense? How do you kind of navigate the two fields?
I mean, you want to play within the offense, but there's going to be some heat checks, there's going to be some tough shots, and they're tough shot makers as well. So just playing through the game, just taking what the defense gives you, and I thought for the most part we did that tonight.
Ty, Norm had 29, was very efficient again. Kind of what have you made of his play this year in terms of him being shot aggressive, in terms of getting to his spots, possibly a little bit
shot aggressive. That's one thing Norm has been, but he has been, like I said, way more efficient. I think being a starter, knowing he's going to get the minutes, not trying to cram it all in when he comes off the bench, and so made some good passes. Like I said, he's been working on, making plays and making the right reads. And he's been doing a good job with that. Like I said, he's had a really efficient year of shooting the basketball, attacking, getting to the free throw line, getting to the paint. And so we just got to continue to just keep getting better.
Coach, Zoo was able to do some good things out there, especially offensively. What kind of things do you think you guys can do going forward, especially with these matchups with Dallas and the Timberwolves, to keep him engaged offensively?
Just keep letting him get deep position, posting the basketball. He's really good down there being effective. And then a lot of times when the team was switching, we got to make sure we take advantage of that. We missed him a few times tonight. We didn't read what the defense was giving us, but we got to keep him involved, got to keep him engaged. And so he's been doing a good job, so we just got to make sure we keep feeding him and make sure he's comfortable where he's catching the basketball, not 7, 8 feet off the block, because then it's harder. So running our sets, getting the ball to him where he's comfortable in his comfort spots, and then kind of go from there.
Thanks, Coach.
Yeah.
Obviously tonight, playing okay helped, but she was the elite, so they're gonna do all the talking.
What are you most excited about with this brand? Like, let's say nobody ever had Hardens before. What are you most excited about the Volume 9 compared to every other release you've had?
I mean, I think especially for these last few years, it's been they've been excellent to hoop on the court and off the court. You can just tell they fashion them as well. So I'm excited about the evolution and how we've grown year by year and continue to keep making really good shoes.
Zooming out on the experience of playing at such a high level this season, while staying involved in all the other things you're interested in, and creating shoes and creating a brand and being involved in the community, reflecting on what you're accomplishing right now, how are you balancing everything?
It's what comes with being a superstar. Anybody can, well, not anybody, but guys can go out there and play well on the basketball court. Can't do the other things to they go hand in hand. You got a brand and you got the basketball skill set that you want to play at a high level. So it's a lot of time taken out of your day. But if you do it the right way, for me, I'm setting myself up for post basketball and hopefully creating a brand that people can be attached to and be a part of for a very long time, no matter if you like sports or not.
Time out of the day, you've talked about all the sleep you've been getting to and all the work you've been doing on your body to be able to perform in this way.
Yep.
Can you sort of pull back the curtain on how all that's going at the same time?
It's a part of it. It's like a consistent day-to-day thing. You take care of your body. You do the things that's necessary to be out there to play at a high level. Whether it's treatment, weightlifting, then you still got to go out there and do things on the court to make sure your skill set is where it needs to be. Then you got games, you got practice, you got family time, then you got the business time. So there's a balance of what's important and things like that. But I think these days for us helped us out a lot. We've been playing so many consistent games back to back. It felt like every day for real. But so we had an opportunity to have a couple days in between games and it feels like night and day.
Hey, James, you've always had an important role with different teams, but in the context of this group, what's been your leadership approach this season?
Everything. More than more times than not, especially for these last couple of years, just because the experience that we have on this team. So just for me, just making sure I communicate, not over communicate, not overdoing it, but when I see opportunities, voice my opinion or lead by example. But as far, this team has done an unbelievable job, and even with injuries, we still fight through, we still figure it out, and because it's a part of the game. But just proud of the guys, how we answered, and we bounced back, after a 3-game losing streak, and now we get a couple days and we take our talents to Dallas.
James, what has it been like having Kawhi back out on the practice court with you guys?
Great. I mean, it's Kawhi Leonard. I think we're gonna be more excited to have him. When we full practice. We don't really have contact practices, but we do just full contact practices in the game. So he's inching his way back, back towards the court, and take his time. Whenever he's ready, we're ready for him.
James, you mentioned the days off and kind of finally being able to get some rest and string some days off together. How's that kind of rejuvenated not just the team, but also you in terms of as a playmaker, as a scorer on the court?
Yeah. But like we talked about in the first couple questions, that these off days really ain't off days for me. I still got commercials and things like that I got to do, which is a blessing. So for me, it is obviously game is more wear and tear in your body. So for me, not having those days and kind of get the days to just do things in my personal life is good. So today I was happy to get back on the court and hoop, and so tomorrow is business again.
James, with you overseeing a lot of guys coming out to ASU during the summer, what impact did you see that having through the season?
For the team? Yeah. Just I wanted to kind of take on that leadership role early. And kind of first of all get to know each other. That's the most important thing. And then carry that camaraderie on the court, off the court. And so I think it worked well. Other than those injuries in a couple games that we felt like we could take back, I think we're in a really good position. So we got a long way to go, long way to get better, and then obviously we bring Kawhi back and then put this whole puzzle together. So I think that was huge for us. And then and the great part about it is we got a long way to go. We got steps that we can continue to get better, which is a bright side.
James, the game last night, when did you start to feel like, okay, I got it going pretty good here, and then just keep attacking the way you did?
From the beginning of the game. I always feel like that. Just if you make shots, then it's different. When you don't, you kind of ease up a little bit. But yeah, I'm just happy to win the game. I was happy for the guys to get back on the win column. Norm played well. Amir shot the ball well. He played well. So good confidence game for us. Now we take a couple of days off and get ready for Dallas, who's been playing lights out.
Thanks, James.
Thank you.
Yo, what's up? We back. We just heard from Coach Ty. We heard from James Harden there in the locker room. Ty is just like, hey, this is just one of the stepping stones. We have to take care of the business. But, I just want my guys to play really good basketball. And tonight with a game like this, B, can you complain about anything?
Can't really complain about anything. There was a few times I am going to complain, but the defense got a little stagnant.
Coach can't complain, but B can.
But after the third quarter, right, which, it's something about that third quarter when the Clippers started off slow. So Utah came out a little bit aggressive, but the Clippers took control over it and got everything corralled and taken care of. But outside of that, nothing to complain about. We got the W.
Hey, and James, tonight he took care of business, and he was talking about business in the locker room. He was talking about his new shoe that's coming out, a lot of things that he has cracking right now.
Yeah.
And James is a superstar. Superstar is going to do that. Make sure they play good and look good at the same time, and he has a lot of great things coming. Christmas, he talks about what, his favorite moments are and I have been and what he expects to do. But we got to show love to a guy that's close to coming back. Kawhi Leonard. Tonight was the bobblehead day night for Kawhi. Christmas bobblehead. B, if you get you one?
I for sure got me one. I wasn't going to leave this building until I got one.
And it was really cool, really dope. I'm excited about this Clipper team because Kawhi is almost back. But they got some tough games coming up. They're hitting the road.
Yeah.
Thursday, Saturday, they play against Dallas. So it's going to be a fun little back-to-back there. Michael, Beef, Full Clip, Clippers Unleashed. We're about to go have fun. They got the holiday festivities going on.
Oh, yeah.
We're about to go take part. We see you guys later.
Let's go.